All right, let's get right into it. Because that whole AI story you've been hearing, it's basically a lie. The narrative you think matters, Google versus OpenAI, Gemini versus GPT-4, that's already obsolete. It's a complete sideshow. The real conflict, the one that's going to define the next decade of technology and, frankly, your wealth, it's already started. This is the new AI war.
That's right. That familiar clash of the titans is history. We've moved way beyond just the latest model updates that grab headlines. What's happening right now is a fundamental split, a split in the very philosophy of how AI is going to be built, how it's going to be controlled, and how it's monetized. This is a platform war, and believe me, the stakes are so much higher.
So, on one side, you've got the closed giants. Think OpenAI, Google, Anthropic. They pretty much operate like these centralized empires, right? Guarding their incredibly powerful models behind these expensive APIs. But on the other side, you've got the open source rebels. This is like a decentralized insurgency, and they're armed with models like Meta's Llama. These things are free, they're transparent, and you can customize the heck out of them. And this isn't just some techie debate. It is an economic world war.
And let's be absolutely crystal clear why this should matter to you. The winner of this thing doesn't just get bragging rights. No way. They get to control the entire infrastructure of the future economy. They're going to dictate the tools your company uses, the skills that'll get you hired, and the stocks that will either build or completely destroy your portfolio. The reality is, whether you're an investor, a developer, or a business owner, you are already on this battlefield. The only question is, which side are you going to choose?
Okay, first up, let's analyze the insurgency. The open source revolution is without a doubt the single biggest disruptive force in tech right now. And its weapon of choice? Llama. But this isn't just about getting free software. It's a fundamental shift in who holds the power.
So the rebels' whole strategy is a direct assault on the giant's business model. First, there's total customization. A developer can take one of these models and fine-tune it for a super specific task, like, say, analyzing legal documents or whipping up marketing copy, making it way more effective than a generic model from a giant. And then there's the extreme cost efficiency, and of course, freedom from API fees. That means you're not paying some recurring tax to Silicon Valley just to run your app. This is a direct shot at their main way of making money.
And this is the number that absolutely terrifies the C-suites over at Google and OpenAI. Zero. A big fat zero. That's the starting price to download and use a seriously powerful, foundational AI model. It completely upends the economics of the entire industry. Instead of just renting intelligence, you can now own it outright.
This right here is the battle cry of the revolution. Any smart developer, any nimble small business can now build their own secret sauce, their own proprietary AI, without getting locked into the ecosystem of the billionaires club. It's the ultimate anti-establishment financial force, democratizing capabilities that, until now, were basically reserved for a select few.
But hey, don't count the giants out just yet. They are not just standing around while their empire is under siege. They have a powerful counterattack, and it's built on a weapon the rebels just can't replicate. You could say, this is the empire striking back.
So here's the critical difference. An open source model, even a really powerful one, is basically frozen in time. Its knowledge just stops on the day its training data was compiled. But a closed model from Google or OpenAI, it's plugged into the live internet. You can ask it about today's stock market news or some breaking event, and it just knows. So this isn't really a battle of raw intelligence, it's a battle for timeliness.
And this brings us to the giant's ultimate weapon, the data moat. This is their unassailable advantage. And it's not just about having more data, it's about having live, proprietary data streams from search, from their cloud platforms, from everything. You combine that with their massive, world-spanning infrastructure, and they can offer a level of speed and real-time knowledge that open source just struggles to match. This reframes the entire conflict. The war isn't just open versus closed anymore, it's about customization versus timeliness.
Okay, so we've sized up the two armies. Now for the most important part. How do we translate this war into a clear financial strategy? How do you invest your time, and more importantly, your money, to make sure you come out on the winning side?
This is your investment blueprint. Let's break this down based on who you are in this new economy. So, for you developers out there, invest your time building highly specialized applications on top of these open source models. Do not waste a single second building a generic chatbot that a giant is just going to give away for free. Now, for the investors, the smart money is on the giant's infrastructure. Think of it as selling the picks and shovels in a gold rush. Cloud computing chip makers, Avoid putting capital into a small, niche open source app unless it has a powerful, unique advantage. And for all you small business owners, use the open source Llama-based models for internal tasks, summarizing meetings, analyzing sales data. Stop paying a fortune in API fees for basic tasks that you can now own in-house.
And ultimately, that's what this all boils down to. You can admire the technology, you can debate the ethics all day long, but at the end of the day, this is a conflict with very clear financial winners and losers. Understanding the battlefield is just the first step to making sure you're on the right side of that outcome.
So, that's the intelligence briefing. You've got the freedom and the customization of the open source rebels on one side versus the speed and the massive data moat of the centralized giants on the other. So the question I'll leave you with is this. Now that you know the real stakes, which side are you betting your future on?
Your briefing is complete, but this war, it's just getting started. In our next transmission, we're going to move from strategy to specific targets. We're going to identify the individual companies and stocks that are positioned to absolutely dominate this new landscape. To make sure you get that critical intelligence, go ahead and activate your subscription. Your portfolio just might depend on it.